see people coming across a bit too salesy on their social media, because there's that argument to say that you need to sell something,
right?
But how it comes across, and if you don't post very often, but then when you do post, it's buy this, that's all they're going to see. Is that a good strategy, or is that not a good strategy?
Well, yeah, because it's a bit like the Gary V thing, isn't it? Of like you do your jab, jab, right hook. So you give, sell, give, sell something.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. I think you can sell it, but still be professional and don't sound salesy. So it's your messaging again. We're coming back to the same thing. You need to do the work the way you speak to your audience and what your audience like, who they are, how they talk. If you figure that out, it's so much easier. You know what you're speaking, why you're speaking, and to whom you're speaking. It's a simple strategy, but it's a lot of work behind the scenes to get that right.
Yeah. It's like a lot of it in business, isn't it? It's like everything is actually really simple to create a very profitable, very happy, lovely business.
Yeah.
But we as humans overcomplicate the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Because we listen what's happening around, and we're not focusing what is our business. How we can reach our audience and what they want from us.
Yeah, it's so true.
So would you say that a big part of how people are going to achieve that then is to speak to the audience in the right way, is to do market research, figure out what is it they want, what their needs, how their needs can be met by that particular person? Is that?
So knowing your why is number one thing.
It's like
why
listening to our trainings.
It is, isn't it?
Why you do what you do, why you started this business. So you already know few directions and few answers. And then from there, you're taking to whom you're speaking. So who has that issue that you can help solve it? It's so simple, yet it's complicated because it's forever evolving. And your business is not the same as you started 1 year later. It's changed. I started as one person, and then I niched down to content creation and social media management because I find out that that's what people are struggling the most, and I enjoy the most doing for them, rather than, doing email management and travel arrangements and that VA work where I started in the beginning. So I evolved within a year time. Imagine if you're in business 5, 6 years, 10 years, you're not the same person, and so is your audience.
Yeah. And do your clients that you get predominantly, are they people that have got to the point where they're like, I cannot deal with doing this anymore? Or are they people who've started and gone right from the outset, I want you to do our work for us?
I think 70%, I would say, my clients are the ones that it's so busy, I just literally don't have time. That's the 2 main things that I hear from business owners. I don't have enough time to be on social media. And the second one, I hate content creation. They feel that this is a chore that has to be done. And when you do that as a chore, you get half-hearted stuff. And that's why your audience don't connect, because you don't put your heart in it.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
So I've felt this way before when I was in the deepest, darkest depths of my training business.
Yeah.
And I was so busy actually delivering the training sessions, as I haven't even got time to do any of the content stuff. And
you're lucky if you remember to take a photo of a dog. Or
yeah,
something.
Exactly. It's really difficult. And the knowledge I had was there from previous agency world of like, oh, well, I could outsource this and I could get somebody to come in. And then my limiting beliefs at that time was like, oh, but how am I going to have time as well to tell somebody else exactly what it is I want? It's almost like a bit of a control thing, isn't it? It's like, I want to do everything. I can't do everything. But how am I supposed to give that job to, let's say, yourself?
Yeah.
And then how much of that content is actually going to be bespoke to me? Because if I'm still trying to build up the brand around me, so the personal brand as well.
It is, yeah.
How does that all work when you're outsourcing it?
So this is 100% business owners talking. That's what I hear, 100%. Because their business is their baby. You don't give the baby to anybody who just comes across, right? So it's getting to know the person that you're working with. It's a social media manager or content creator. It becomes your friend. It has to be. And that adjustment period, I usually say it's 3 months. So it's like any employment. You go, they're giving you the period of 3 months to trial, right? The work, if you fit with the team and et cetera, is the same thing with the business. You have to train the person that comes to work with you, because now you two people have the same goal, to make your business work, to make your business visible, to make sales from that business. So it is your team member, even though you're outsourcing and you probably not see the person in person, this is your team member. So training, having the calls, regular updates, checking the metrics, checking, I have my clients saying, well, that did not sound really the way I wanted. Maybe next time, can we try this? That's not a problem. You training me, and I can go and edit it, after. It's not a problem. It's about the communication. And I don't work with clients that has no communicational skills. Because for me, if I need to do this now for you, you have to be available for me. Yeah. That is the number one rule with working with me.
Oh, love this. So you're basically like, not everybody can come along and work with you if your fit isn't right.
No. I have discovery call in the beginning, so which is 20 minutes, just me to know your business. I will send you a proposal. From proposal, we will have the strategy time where I will work deeply in your business. So it's not, can you start posting on my social media tomorrow? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm looking deeply in the business. What is your voice? What your messaging is, and how you talk to your people. And from there, I will start creating the content for you.
Yeah.
It has to be the conversation before.
So how does it work then with, what's your opinion on, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. You've got, there's obviously the bits that you can outsource, which are, in my mind, and again, I'm kind of casting my mind back to when I felt like this. So I imagine a lot of people are in my previous mindset.
Yeah.
So you can outsource the bulk of it as like you say, you're that additional team member.
Yeah.
But there's this underlying message that's out there in the universe, I feel, that you as your brand for your business, in whichever way, shape or form that looks like, you still need to be showing up. So is there kind of like an 80-20 rule, so to speak, where 80% is dealt with by the content manager, the content creation, but 20% you still need to show up. You still need to do the occasional live. You still need to put a picture of yourself up, or what?
Right.
What's your thoughts on all of that?
From my experience and the clients that I have, I do the posting. I will create it from scratch, or you will deliver raw footage for me, and then I will create whatever you need at that point, whatever you're selling at that point, whatever is the message for that time of period. But the rest, you doing it. You go on stories, you talk to your audience, you reply the messages, you commenting and liking the comments. We had, with one client, massive drops in the engagement. And the client was losing the followers. Why? I quickly check the metrics, all the analytics, there is no engagement. Yeah. So I was like, look, so much I can do. Yeah. I'm fulfilling my duty, but you have to fulfill yours. Mm. So there is accounts that outsource everything. Then, the person that is managing the account, they're managing the engagement, they're replying to messages, they're liking and chatting with people. And there is accounts that just take the overwhelm of posting for me. I'm happy to jump on stories. I'm happy to chat with people. And that's majority of my clients. Mm-hmm. So it depends how big you are. Because if you check the big accounts, they have many chats, it's automated replies, right? That is not a personal anymore. No. And a lot of them came back to talk to people and started posting on their stories because they felt like it wasn't their brand anymore, because everything was automated. So you need to find that right balance for yourself and what works in your business.